Hey everyone, I'm here in Nachal Og in Midbar Yehuda, the Judean desert, and I'm here with my son, Ben Sion Yedidia, who's learning this year Melachim Bet. And we're in the middle of this hike, and this is kind of crazy, okay? We just climb down this thing. Sometimes people climb up it. And on the top, there's a Gevey, which is basically a pit of water. We actually have one here too. This is water from a flash flood. Okay, not now, obviously. We have to be very careful this time of year in the winter to check and make sure that there are no flash floods in this area. And when it does flood, so then the water comes down the waterfall, the dry waterfall most of the year, and fills up this area, and it becomes what's called a Gevey, which is basically like a pit of water, a seasonal pit of water. And the reason I brought him here now is because he's learning Sefer Melachim. And when you look at the beginning of Sefer Melachim, perek gimmel, we have an awesome story here. Moab, the king of Moab, decides that until now he had been paying taxes to the king of Israel. And since a new king was in town, he said, you know what? Let's see, maybe I don't have to anymore. But the king of Israel decides to team up with the king of Yehuda, and actually with Edom as well. And they go on a sneak attack, a raid. They go in the opposite direction of what the king of Moab would have thought. Again, take a look at the map, at the perek gimmel on the map to understand that. And they try to sneak up on him. The problem is that it takes 7 days of going through an area with basically no water. And they run out of water. And they realize they're doomed. They might not even make it to fight Moab because they're going to fall apart beforehand. And they call and they find Elisha's nearby and they go to check with him. And he says, really, I wouldn't even speak to you. But since the king of Yehuda is with you, he says to the king of Israel, I'll speak to you. And he says to him, okay, there's going to be, he has music played, and he gets into a trance of nivuah, which by the way is amazing, just shows the power of music, right? And the right music, okay? I don't think he was playing rock and stuff like that, but the right music can raise a person's level of spirituality up to the level of nivuah. And so the musician was playing music, and Hashem's spirit came to him. This Nachal, which is a dry riverbed, is going to be filled with Gevim, like we just saw. It's more than a puddle of water; it becomes little pools of water, which is fresh water. Although this one I wouldn't drink from. If you do drink, again, this has been here for at least a few days, and if you do drink from it, you definitely want to boil it or something beforehand, get rid of parasites. Only in emergency situations. Don't drink that because it looks good. Either way, כי כה אמר השם, לא תראו רוח ולא תראו גשם, והנחל ההוא ימלא מים, ושתיתם אותם ומקניכם ובהמתכם. So you're not going to see any wind, you're not going to see any rain, but it's going to be filled with water. How does that happen? How can it be filled with water? We're not talking about springs, we're not talking about wells, we're talking about something that's naturally filled by rainwater. So it's not rainwater. It's from flash floods. That means it's raining out in the mountains, and here it could be a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, and all of a sudden, water comes pouring through here from the rain in the mountains. Okay? And that's how these Gevim are filled up. Gevim just like the one that I just showed you, and the one above, which is actually a nicer one. It's literally this perek coming to life. Okay, and this is out in the Judean desert. Again, if you're studying Tanach, which I hope you are, if you're not, so then pick up one of these. Okay, open it up, start learning, and if you are, come check out the land. Come see the psukim coming to life. Really cool stuff. Enjoy.